Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Wherever you are in the world today, welcome, welcome, welcome. First time viewers, my name is Kathy. I'm an intuitive holistic health coach. I'm a mentor and spiritual guide. And coming in here this time around with some more work your light messages. And I was guided back to these surprisingly very quickly after the last lot of messages that came through a couple of weeks ago. And I knew straight away that there is a lot of, obviously there's a lot of crazy energies out there right now. By the time you're seeing these videos, you would probably be in the middle of this Mercury retrograde somewhere around the first week of September. And it has been a wild ride. You know, I can see it out in the collective. I can feel it out in the collective. There's been a lot of buttons being pushed, they're saying, you know, with so many different people and maybe beautiful souls, even yourselves. I've had a couple of little instances where I've had to really retract back and look at the situation that was in front of me and just smile and laugh afterwards and just go, that was either a test or, you know, my guides coming in to give me another little prompt to say there's a little bit more healing there left to do. And not surprisingly, beautiful souls, the first two cards out, the first one is awakening. Awakening. So all of you have been going through this massive awakening process. And even if you already were quite enlightened and awakened this last season, maybe they're just saying even in these last 4 to 6 weeks, you've really awakened more. You've been fully stepping into this new season and floating, literally. You're floating, as in your higher self is just floating right now, like they're saying, like in stardust. And it's saying energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. That's exactly what's been happening to each and every one of us, that especially those of you that are connecting with this message. And the confirmation card, I wish I could make this up, but I don't, is transformation. And the message says things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And straight away, they are pointing to the little light codes over here in the corner. You know, this is exactly what is being activated within each and every one of you right now. And, you know, obviously a lot of divine feminine or feminine energy. And of course, fellas, take it as it resonates, you know, but we all carry masculine and feminine energy. And so maybe at this time, for the fellas watching, you are doing a lot of healing around your feminine aspects or the feminine parts of you, or feminines around you, you know, the mother figure, the sisters, you know, the friends who are females, the ancestral lineage on the female side of things. Take it as it resonates. They're also showing me now the moons. So you've got like the first crescent moon, and then I'm going to take this as a full moon right behind this queen. And so this transformation may have been taking place over this last moon cycle, from this, you know, the crescent moon through to the full moon, or backwards, they're just saying, because that can also be taken as a backward crescent. So take that as it resonates, beautiful souls. But energetic upgrades and cellular healing, deep level healing. And the messages in the card, beautiful souls, in the book. So for awakening, you are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many, many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. Remember, we all came to Earth, beautiful souls. As you know, we have a divine mission here on earth. Some of us, as I've said before, have double missions. Some of you may have multiple missions at this time. And every single one of us is being coded and activated at this time, because now more than ever, humanity needs us, you know, to be the light in the world. There are so many lost souls that need us, beautiful souls. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks. seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini rising through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. What have I always said, beautiful souls? Most of us, our mission here on earth is simply to be of service to others. That is this whole new age, this whole new era, this whole new rebirth. You know, the matrix has been dominated by power and greed and control and selfishness and dark energies and all of those things. And we are here to literally bust through all of that and go back to being of service to humanity. It is our number one mission. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Now, I know some of you have commented before about books. Creations, well, of course, creativity in this last Leo season came up quite heavily for many of you at that time, where you were being downloaded or have been downloaded with creative ideas and projects. Literally, you may be an artist or some kind of creative designer of some description. Take it as it resonates, beautiful souls. Be open to receiving them. This card is a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into this world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following Work Your Light activation. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. What a beautiful message, beautiful souls. And coming out, as I said, with transformation. And this is you. They're just saying this right now. Right? So you've gone through your activations and your upgrades. You've literally been floating. Your higher self, your etheric body has been floating, you know, literally receiving all these light codes and downloads at this time. Once they are anchored in, here you are sitting in your new position of power, but coming from a place of love and of service to humanity, right? You are going to rule your little kingdom, they're saying, with peace and integrity and honesty, with love and compassion and kindness. Strong, firm boundaries, of course. You know, you do not become a king or a queen and have sloppy boundaries, beautiful souls. You are sitting in your power in this next new season, and you are commanding, they're just saying, you are commanding attention. And again, I've talked about this before, where some of you are literally going to be put into the limelight. You are going to be put front and center in front of big audiences or influential people. And you, beautiful souls, they're just saying as well, for some of you who are feeling, oh, that's a little bit big and expansive for me, you have everything that you need to fulfill this mission. You have every right to sit in these rooms, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this. You have every right, and you have all the know-how and life experience and energy experience and old soul experience to sit in these positions and sit in these rooms with these people. And you, they're saying right now, are also going to be influencing them in some way, shape, or form. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago and who you will soon be. So we're always evolving. We're always changing. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. I think I spoke about voidy energy last week, and that's literally where a lot of us are sitting right now, is that in-between worlds. We keep floating between 4 and 5D. We keep floating between, you know, the matrix, you know, of day-to-day life and the things that we have to do, you know, because we're in these physical meat suits with all of these responsibilities, but we're also floating over into the 5D, right? Which is where we love being as well, but we need a balance of both. And so, beautiful souls, you will look back at this time with complete awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. Sometimes you might feel as though you're going a little bit crazy. You might feel as though, oh my God, like I just, that whole not fitting in, that uncomfortable feeling like, you're in that cocoon, but you've already broken out, but you kind of just, you haven't really fully enmeshed yourself into your full divine purposes yet. It's coming, beautiful souls. You are being molded and shaped at this time. Some of you are already sitting in your positions that you're meant to be in, but you're still growing internally, right? And on a cellular level. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in flight or fight or freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. So some of you in this last retrograde, particularly, maybe you've regressed back into some old ways of being because, that it's just on like an automatic default. Just like when you buy a new phone, it's on factory settings, or a computer, it's automatically on the default program. And for many of you, maybe you have slipped. And that's okay, beautiful souls. As I said, I am so far from perfect, and I've had to catch myself a few times in this last week or so of just automatically defaulting back into it's too hard, or I'm a little bit scared of that, or, I want to put myself out there more and I want to reach more people, but that scares me a little bit too. You're going to have everything that you need. You already do have everything you need to step into these positions. Don't go back into the shadows. They're just saying, their actual words were, don't shirk back into the shadows. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. Remember, it's only when we hold on to things, that's when we literally take energetic possession of them. Beautiful souls, it's okay to understand and realize them and acknowledge them, but then release them with love. You served your purpose by keeping me safe at one point, but I'm no longer in that position, and I'm now in a position of power. I'm now in a position of awareness. My perception of life is completely different, and that in itself holds a lot of power. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. And again, this could have been mindless eating or emotional eating or drinking or smoking or whatever it is for you when you get fully stressed, or a situation triggers you. They're saying, they're just giving me the little finger, on the little button. Somebody's been doing this in the background to you, or a situation, and you've defaulted into the old ways because that's just what you've always done. It's time, beautiful souls, to start to release those. This is the new you. Destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna, so I'm going to assume that that's the priestess, the queen sitting on the throne, represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. An ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. So I'm going to say that that's most likely the moon energy at the back. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, do not put yourself under pressure to perform. Well, we are all still, when you see these messages, beautiful souls, still in Mercury retrograde. And what does that mean? Don't push, don't force, just allow, just observe, retract back, as in sit back and take a bigger perspective, a higher perspective. Is this me or is this collective energy? What is this teaching me? Why am I being triggered? What haven't I healed? All of those ways of, reframing what you're currently going through is going to help you with the healing process. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body. Funny that I was just talking about emotional healing and emotional eating before. Some of you beautiful souls may have a really strict, really closed view of how you really are. Maybe you've been really trying to become a certain way to fit in or to morph in, they're just saying, into society, or maybe into relationships or groups of people that you're around. Beautiful souls, you are perfect and divine exactly how you are. You are God's children. You are made in the image of Him. And so you are perfect exactly as you are. Maybe this has been old trauma responses from childhood or a broken relationship or something in the past that is triggering you at this time. Perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen or getting energetic healing support. For some of you, you are being activated to actually take better care of your bodies. And this, beautiful souls, is what I preach and speak about all day long. We come into this world with this beautiful vessel, the 3D meat suit, as I often talk about it being. And it's not here to be abused and used. It is here, to be held in this beautiful light, because this beautiful body in all of its glory, beautiful souls, is here to take you through from the start of your journey through to the end. We need to be looking after it. I write in my book behind me on my brain cancer journey, that if your body was your dream car, how would you treat it? You wouldn't put cheap fuel in it. You wouldn't just never service it. You wouldn't, not ever replace parts or whatever it is that needed replacing. You would never not clean it or whatever that is, in that context. The same goes for your body, beautiful souls. This is a brand new season. And September, for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere like myself, we're going into spring. And usually spring sparks that energy within you to really go, right, I need to look after my body. Lighter foods, more water, fresh air, sunshine, grounding. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Just know that you are deeply loved. No matter what is going on right now, beautiful souls, there is major transformation from a cellular level, from a soul level, happening for many of you at this time. And you're either going through it right now, or you've just been through it and you are stepping into this more grounded energy, that position of power, but coming and leading from love, from your heart. So, beautiful souls, I would love to hear in your comments. These are big messages, very, very complex, but I would love to hear. And they're just drawing me right now to the Sphinx or the cat. So maybe these are some of your spirit animals, or maybe these have been some of your symbols, signs and symbols that you've been asking for at this time. But just know, beautiful souls, that you are being held. And this is your time. This is my time, and I'm ready for the next step. And these integrations and upgrades are happening no matter what. And so just go with the flow, beautiful souls. Release and let go. Acknowledge what's coming up for you at this time. Seek help and support and guidance however you feel divinely led. And of course, beautiful souls, as I always say, if this has resonated with you, hit the little thumbs up button below. Share it out to other beautiful people around you that may need to hear this message at this time. They're just saying you're not going crazy. So that's a message for one or some of you right now that may be feeling as though you are. And of course, first-time viewers, if you are divinely led, hit the little notifications bell, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in here for the next one. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and bye for now.